Terra will never die. Terraform Labs, it's here, and they got a new CEO, and his name is Chris Amani, according to the Wall Street Journal and this report. So Terraform Labs, I was the chief steward of the Terra blockchain ecosystem before everything went into death spiral and people lost tons of money. That doesn't mean that technology doesn't still exist. That doesn't mean that there's not a team working to restart the Terra blockchain as Terra Classic. And now they have a new head honcho, Chris Amani, a US-based individual, which I thought was one of the more telling details in this fine piece by the Wall Street Journal. They want to bring this thing back while Do Kwon is incarcerated. They do note that Do Kwon is still the majority shareholder of Terraform Labs to the tune of 92%. So that to me is also quite interesting. A lot of good details in this one. I'm going to throw it straight to Jen. What do you think, Jen? You think Terra is coming back?
I don't know. I read this story and then I thought about FTX 2.0, and I think there are some big differences here that we need to point out, right? Amani was the COO and CFO for the company, I believe, since 2021. And so he was part of the leadership team. He was there when this whole thing imploded. And when we look at FTX 2.0, they're looking at possibly bringing back the exchange, bringing back the technology with a completely new leadership team. And I think that that is a better way to move forward than this. I think if you have someone who's in leadership, who was there, and then you have the person who was leading the company, who is now behind bars, who still has 92% ownership of the company. It feels like a strange way to bring this back. I don't know if they're going to be able to gain trust from people to come back and build on the platform and use the platform. It just feels like it feels icky to me, honestly. Wendy, what do you think?
I'm so tired of talking about this particular company, because I like that the semi comparison you brought up when we were talking about FTX 2.0. The difference between Terraform Labs and FTX 2.0 is that FTX 2.0, and I know this is a very unpopular opinion, they actually had really great products, like really, really, really great products. And it was just led by an absolute terrible person. But we're talking about Terraform Labs, do they even really have a good product? I don't think that they do. I don't even think that it's worth pursuing. But again, I understand that there's community members, like people that are holding on to the coin, that are expecting something. So I get that part. But at the same time, I don't know. To me, it's just not even something I would look at all, any way, shape, or form. I don't know. Something like this can potentially be rebranded. I don't know. Zach, somebody?
I'll pick it up. These are the lunatics, right? Lunacy. That's what they rebrand everything for. And you have to be a little crazy to think that you can bring this token back from death. This is one of the best charts in all of crypto. If you're watching this show, pause us for a second, go onto whatever Explorer you like, and go check out this token chart. It's awesome. It goes from like $120 to zero in a split second. And for anyone who still believes in this project, hats off to you, because you are a dreamer. You are a dreamer out there. And they might just make this work. Probably not. But I appreciate the gall, and I appreciate the desire to see this thing off the ground again. There's a lot of problems here, but they want it to happen. So I'm for it. Zach?
The commitment is expressed and is strong, right? They're saying, hey, while Doe's locked up, we wish him all the best, but it makes sense for us to continue on without him, even though he was sort of running the company on the low while he was holed up in Serbia, which is what's outlined here. Really interesting story, I think. I think Adam Levine says it best, right? Like, coins never die. They just slowly trail it to zero, right? There's all these sort of dinosaurs out there that are still out there being traded. They still exist. It's sort of a feature of the permanence of blockchains. So it makes opportunities such as this available to people who think that they can restart things that have been otherwise proven to be dead, right? And so we have a team of people who are committed to this project, committed to the technology, trying to make it work despite the long odds of doing so, given all the baggage that Do Kwon has freighted onto this project. Despite what was a perfectly fine functioning blockchain that had some cool features, there were some things that were a bit dodgy in retrospect, right? The Anchor protocol promising 20% yield, that right there is a big red flag. So it's going to be interesting to see how they establish themselves in the marketplace such that people can trust them going forward. And it's not just token sort of shell games that end up juicing the price of Luna for the long haul. So yeah, this one, I mean, we'll see. This will be something to see because Terra's not going away. It's just not going away. All right, last word to Wendy, who is looking quizzical and who sighed again. The psi count is climbing this week.
It is.
Yeah, we got to get a psi counter on the show.
I was just going to say that we should totally have a psi counter for every time I sigh or I roll my eyes or I become disengaged because I'm just like, I honestly though, for the holders and the people that have been impacted by this, again, I was holding on to Terra Luna at one point and I just kissed that bag goodbye. I lost so much money last year. It was absolutely ridiculous. Or this year. I don't even know anymore. I can't even keep track. I just hope that they end up doing the right thing. And I hope people just understand the risks with this type of stuff and this new takeover and have put that in their trading and investing journals so they don't get wrecked again. That's all.
Don't get wrecked again. It's the new bull market model. All right, that's it. Did I say model? Because I meant motto.